getting older, and regression is taking place as it's a running back easy touchdown as it is thrown straight to the linebacker goal line stand as it's up top, stretching. We picked up a big win against Cincy. We defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers 31-24. Goal. Connor will get his touchdown. Pickett's hard count. Downfield, it's picked off to throw. Rolling, it's open across the middle, and that should be game. To work, we put the pulling guards in front, and Stalling goes airborne. Lawrence going up top, it gets picked off. That's Joey Porter. 10-5, pick six. 3rd and 9. Pass rush, Gross Matos. He's stepping up. A little bit of pressure. Throw. They will hand it off, and it's a walk-in touchdown. As we go back to the run, it's nearly into the end zone. Clean pocket. He rolls. Picked off. That is game. And coming off a really strong second stretch to this season, we have ourselves in a pretty good spot moving ahead. As we started with a 1-2 record, we ended up going with 3-2 last episode, but picking up some major wins against the Bengals, against the Steelers. Now we are currently top of our division, though the Steelers have things leveled up. Now what's keeping us atop of the Steelers right now is the fact we have already swept them this season. The Browns and Bengals have not started the year off very well. Bengals near the opposite of where they were last year, as we were rivaling them for that first spot in this division and the playoff spot, which they took from us in week 18. So I would love to really continue the dominant play we've seen from our defense and try to build a little bit more from the offense. As we get things going, our offense after our bye week, we are back down to the worst, but our defense is back up to the first. Now, really what is holding back our offense is the fact that we do not have a pass game. By far the worst in the NFL by nearly 300 yards. But rushing, we're one of the better teams. Now, I don't want us to shift away from running the ball, but when we do pass the ball, we need it to be cleaner. We need our guys to be making the plays because right now, Godwin and Okonkwo are essentially putting together the same season. And while I love that for our tight end, I don't love that for our high overall starting receiver. He should be doing more. He hasn't had a touchdown this year. Most of them have gone to Okonkwo. But of course, how much of this season we get through will entirely depend on the state of the team. If we start to run away with the division, we'll get through a lot more games. If we start struggling and, well, lose the division, we'll get through a lot more games. If things stay tight, as we essentially are done with divisional games, we have the Browns in week 18, but that is it. We have already played both games against the Steelers. We've already played both games against the Bengals, split the Bengals, swept the Steelers, so it'll be up to the team. Now, we're definitely going to get through at least 4 games, that's for sure, getting us to week 14, where we could start to definitely look to close out that season, but hopefully we get through a good bit more with great play as we start against the Jets. Now the Jets have us started here rather quickly. First drive for them, they have driven down Hall. He finds space to the outside, getting him close to the 20. In fact, they mark him down at the 20. But it's a big gain for him. Second carry, 22 yards in total. Need the defense to get things going here because they've been the team, the side that has kept our team in this. Bad angle from Dennis Brees Hall, another first down run. He's averaging about 12 yards per carry. And typically, we haven't given up all too much when it's come to the run. They go spread empty, Mac Jones, the quarterback. Jets, down to the bottom, it gets picked off! That's one heck of a way to turn things around. As it's a foot race, we are going to win. Pick 6, 10-5 touchdown goes Benford. Talk about a bend but don't break. It's a bend and fix it all yourself. We jump forward towards the end of the first quarter now. Jets back in charge here as it's a ball downfield. That's Stephon Diggs down inside the 15. Or actually, no, check that. It is Downs. You know, with Stephon Diggs changing his number back to 1, assume that was him. No, they just have 3 superstar receivers here for the Jets. As that time it's Stefon Diggs picked up, slammed down by Cross, but they're down to the 5. Jones trying to make up for the last time they were down by the end zone. Got second and a long 2. As it's hauled down the middle, he is stacked up. And that'll take him to the second quarter. Really not a lot happening in that first quarter outside the one big play pick 6. So the Jets quickly trying to correct that this quarter as they go spread empty again here. 3rd and 1. Mac Jones, clean pocket up top, has his receiver. Hall does cross the plane. He left the end zone, but they say the catch happened inside the goal line. And after a quick stop from their defense, their offense right back to it. Our offense has not been able to do much of anything this game. We got 5 minutes left here in the first half. Jones set to throw. He's got time. Open receiver downs. He found all the space. Looked like we were sitting maybe in a zone. And that makes Jones 11 of 15 throwing as they're trying to get back into the end zone. Jets offense has moved really well. It's really just been that pick 6 is the big difference of this game. As it's down the field, easy toss goes Stefon Diggs. They take the lead. And with that, we're gonna press here our next offensive drive. It's 4th and 1, just shy of midfield. We need a good double to backer here, as we will pick it up with Connor. He shakes through one, we'll pick up about a gain of 7. And with us now hitting the 2-minute warning, we will stick out here the rest of the drive. Clock management, never a great thing for Madden AI, so we'll try to manage it. As we are into that plus territory, 45, we look to throw. Kenny Pickett buying time. It's bump coverage downfield, no flag, as it sends the ball straight to Jones. It's a pick from Pickett. Luckily, the defense would force a 3-and-out right after, so we get the ball back. It's at the 20 as we go spread empty. Good release. We got Godwin. Good throw from Pickett, though he couldn't keep his feet. Big gain, though, to get us started, as we'll get back to the line rather quickly here. Sticking with the spread look, they go off coverage. So let's try to shake up the routes a little bit then. Keeps them a little bit short. We've got some timeouts. We just need to hit some throws, or Pickett can dive forward. It's an injury for Will Anderson Jr. Surprised it's not Pickett. Though honestly very glad it isn't Kenny Pickett. We don't have a great option behind him. We got a bunch to the right-hand side. Okonkwo, the line to the left. As it's Godwin towards the sideline. Caught at the sideline down to the 21. We got 46 seconds. However, booth review coming in, it looked like a pretty clean catch to me. We'll take one more quick look. Yeah, that's a toe drag. We'll get this one going. I guess the booth just wanted to confirm that indeed it was a catch, and yes, Godwin got the job done. We go with the draw. Connor down the middle. He tries to truck, does not work. We still got 3 timeouts, but the offense right back to it quickly. Okonkwo to the right-hand side, the 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Under 30 seconds now, as Kenny Pickett, he's just looking to run. He did not care to throw that whatsoever. He had open targets, but he gets us goal to go down at the 8. At which we follow going under center. Got a couple short passing options as they look to bring the blitz. Open receiver, too high for Dotson. It's definitely been the throws under pressure, which have been the hard part for Kenny Pickett. Looking to go with a little bit of a halfback screen here with some blocks out in front. Connor jukes back in, and it's an easy escort to tie this game up at half. 14-14, good response following the pick. Now as we jump forward, we're towards the tail end of the third quarter, still 14-14. It's the Jets out with an empty set. Mac Jones looking to throw down to the bottom, has Hunter Renfrow, though the hit from Dennis jars it free. While we've moved along this second half, offense still has not been able to move the ball by themselves. So something to sort out there for sure. A lot of empty looks here for the Jets, though they're finding open targets, and with all these receivers, makes a lot of sense. Get them out on the field. They're down inside the red zone yet again as they go with a tight group here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, and the running back Hall in the backfield. Mac Jones looking to throw. He goes up top. That is another one knocked out of Renfrow. Hit courteous of Maddox. 2nd and 10. Now they go under center. Going with the run. Hall looking for the cutback lane. It's a short gain of 2. Great job by Dennis to contain that run. Now 3rd and 8, let's force a field goal attempt here as they're back to that tight group here. Mac Jones across the middle towards the end zone where Stefon Diggs was wide open. Had to be blown coverage. And on the very first play of the next drive, someone fumbled and Nate Hobbs recovered. So this could really be the turning point of the game unless the defense can force another turnover down here. As the Jets go with the run, it is stacked up again. Dennis is there. He is not a very highly rated linebacker, but he plays with an instinct that you don't typically see of players with those ratings. As the 4th quarter arrives, we need to see everyone play with those kind of instincts. 2nd and 9, they're back to the empty set. Bunch up top, quick throw Jones, going to Renfro. He holds on to this one and he picks up a few yards. But it was around this spot, plus an empty set early in the game where we got that pick 6. We could use another. As hard count, no one jumps. Mac Jones, he's rolling. Pass rush forces the throw away. It'll be a field goal attempt, keeping this one potentially within reach. But we're going to have to take charge of this offense as they have not moved the ball yet today by themselves as we go down 10. Of course, with this being the 4th quarter, we need Pickett to come through. We've got to pass the ball, get the running backs involved in some other ways. As they bring the blitz, it's thrown out. Okonkwo, he gets the catch, stays in bounds, picks up the first down before getting out of bounds. That's exactly the kind of play we need, though it doesn't stop the clock as we're not inside 2 minutes. Going back to the spread look. Okonkwo back to the outside, not holding on to that one. As we all saw at the start of the episode, he's been our #1 receiver this year pretty much, and clearly Pickett likes to go his way. As we got a tight group here. Gonna get the drag going to Godwin, who gets the catch. Face mask, we're gonna tack on an extra 15. That really couldn't have come at a better time here for us as we're under 7 minutes left here. Going a little bit of some play action. We've got a lot of passes going more downfield. If we could squeeze this one in the sideline, Okonkwo placed well. Kenny Pickett. We're down to the 25, getting back to the line quickly. We're going to shake up the formation though a little, flip it. Going to send the run to the left-hand side. Just try to shake up a little bit what we're doing. Connor down the middle. Kept the fight going is now Kenny Joseph shaking up, one of the backers for the Jets. You've had a couple guys go down today. We need 5 more yards here as we go spread empty. They have off coverage. We got a first down here out to Godwin, though he's not going to get it. It's 3rd and 1. Quick reflexes from the DB to get down there. We got Connor with our big fullback, former guard, to help lead the way, and it's a first down to the 10, which they mark 1st and 10. Telling me we've got about an inch to go prior to the goal line where we could get a touchdown. He's going to make a slight hot route. Okonkwo out route in the end zone. As he gets a good step, it's out for him, and we have drawn this game back. Good drive there from Kenny Pickett, but the work is not done. We could very much use a stop here from our defense. 24-21, and it starts with a 0-yard penalty. Okay, that makes sense. 11 yards to Renfro. 1st and 10, 6 yards Stefon Diggs. 12 yards, they're back down in field goal range. So once again, defense has to force that field goal or get a takeaway. They're down at the 37. Mac Jones, he looks to throw. Going up top, Stefon Diggs. He nearly broke away there. Benford gets him down at the 12. Now this is kind of in a way good for us. It scrunches down the field. Again, where we forced that interception earlier. But we need another. Mac Jones going back up top. Stefon Diggs is overthrown. Cross with a hit to ensure the incomplete pass. They're going to stick with that look. They've liked the corners down here. Not our corners, but the corners of the end zone. Mac Jones. Pass rush. Can't see froze. Should have been a sack at least. It's a throwaway. Talk about freezing under pressure. They changed up the look on 3rd. Trips down below. They got their tight end up top. Hall in the backfield. Haven't gone his way yet this drive, and they won't here. Mac Jones rolling, trying to buy time to throw it away. Defense will force a field goal attempt here, which would make it a touchdown and the extra point to win. Young Hoku to make it that way. It is up, and it's through. Now with 2:44, we have time to run this offense how we want to run it. Passing has worked today, and we might need to have a little bit more passing involved as we move forward. Great blocking from the line. Connor tried to truck through the safety. Good tackle from Jones. We'll get back to it quickly. Flipping the form here. Going to send the tight end fullback to the right-hand side. A little bit of some play action. As we got our fullback in the flat, the big boy rumbling, bumbling. It's a big gain for Brandon Graham down to the 35, the 300-plus pounder, picking up 24. All of that with maybe catching in like the low 30s. Gotta love it. Keep with the heavy look. We get some good blocking downfield. Brandon Graham to help lead the way as Connor is taking it to the end zone, but he pulls up shy. Very much looked like they're trying to waste some time then. Stallings coming on out as he did go out of bounds, so the clock is stopped. Though it's Stallings, we'll send this to the 2-minute warning. We would love to drain as much time as possible here, considering how quickly the Jets have scored today. RPO dialed up, and they will swing it out for Godwin, who will give us the lead. Still leaving the Jets with about 2 minutes. Now it's time for a defense to come on through. Just up 1 point. 28-27. Jets have passed very well today. As they'll look to continue, Mac Jones downfield. It's another dot to downs. Continually finding these little pockets. I've never seen Mac Jones throw so well. As they're at the 50. Got his guy nearly jumped by Pickett. He helped seal one of the games, I believe last episode, maybe the episode prior to. Either way, he's gotten some picks. 2nd and 10, they go back to the dump off. Diggs gets bumped, he falls down, gain of 5, leaving them with 5 more needed here on 3rd. They're at the 45, they need just past the 40. Mac Jones, he loads up downfield, and once again, Stephon Diggs. Down to the 9, they make it goal to go. And as we approach 1.5 minutes here left, you kind of just need to let them score. Mac Jones looking to throw. Across the middle, he finds Downs, tackled in bounds, but Jacob Martin shaken up. That will be a timeout as he leaves the field. So here's what we're going to do. Jumping out with a defense. I kind of hope they pass because we're bringing Engage 8 every time. Let them score. That's what we needed to do. Jets retake the lead, leaving us with 2 timeouts, 1:30 to take it back. But they're going to go for 2, trying to make sure that a touchdown does not win it. They will throw. Stephon Diggs makes it a touchdown to tie. Now playing for overtime. We start back at the 25. It's a single high safety. We're make it a little change here. We're sending Conco straight down the field. Make that safety choose where he's going to go. And instead we get Connor to the left-hand side. He's got plenty of space. Getting out of bounds down at the opposite 35. Every time our offense has responded in this 4th quarter. But we still got work to do. Dotson going downfield might have Washington towards the outside. That's where everyone's had space today. That's where we will have space. Toe tap out of bounds inside the red zone. We've been answering extremely quickly, and if we're still trying to find a win in this game, well, then we're going to have to continue finding these quickly as Godwin had the step. Great recovery from Hickman. It looked like it should have been an easy touchdown. Instead, 2nd and 10. We're still going here. No one on Godwin. We'll send him straight down the field as he's got space. And back in the end zone, a late hit. We've tied it again. Back over to the defense. Tell you what, if we could get one of those picks, that would be great. Number 1 defense have not looked like it today. We've shaken up the cornerbacks as well. We're playing overall on overall as they dump it off to Hall. All they need is a field goal as this game leveled up at 35. They have 2 timeouts, so do we. And they're letting the clock roll a little bit here. As it's another quick throw. First down goes Downs right down the middle. Carrying them into plus territory. Mac Jones 29 of 43 today. All they have done is pass the ball. But when it worked so well why not? And they've done it very well today. We need someone on this defense to step up. No pass rush. Mac Jones misses the throw. Young-Ho Koo needs the 38. And for the Jets, that is just 10 yards away. A first down will do it. As they go spread empty here. Mac Jones, he's had time to throw all day. As he throws towards that corner for Renfro, he missed it. That's been their favorite pass today. Get to the outside. Back to a tight group here. Mac Jones in the pocket. Pass rush wants to show up. That'd be great, but he's got plenty of time finding Downs, who will get them down to the 20. As time will continue to run here, doesn't look like we're calling timeouts. In fact, they will. If they want to kick a field goal here, that would be fantastic. It'll leave us some time for a miracle. And indeed, without having any timeouts, we call a timeout. Trying to ice Young-Ho Koo on what is essentially an extra point. Now, he's not playing for the Vikings, so a 27-yard field goal shouldn't be a problem. As it is up, Jets retaking the lead. Now Ryland, he needs the 39 for a field goal, though he might just have to try it wherever we can get him. As we have a timeout, we've got essentially time for just 2 plays. If we play it smart. We need someone to make something happen. Downfield, it's a Okonkwo. It is knocked away, which means the 39 will not help us anymore. It's a Hail Mary shot or nothing. And the Steelers did win this week, which means we would drop out of first unless another miracle here awaits. Kenny Pickett, he loads up, throwing it as far as he can. And it is picked. The Jets inevitably win this game 38-35. Offense came alive in the fourth, but the defense could not pick up a single stop to help us. And it wouldn't help that the next game we would drop as well. 24-21 to the Packers. And it looked like another one where the defense struggled in pass coverage, which is just doesn't make sense because we put so much in trades to have really good corners, and they're starting off today pretty slow. The offense yet again started off with a touchdown early, nothing throughout the middle of the game, and then scored twice in the fourth quarter. Kenny Pickett did not have any turnovers, but we also gave up 80% completion to Liley, so that's never going to help us out. Hunt also had a pretty good game. Connor, not so much. And it doesn't look like we got any of our backup running backs going at all. And that's not good for Stallings' development. Receiving wise, Tank Dell had a great game. Godwin did lead us, and he had a good handful more yards than Okonkwo. And in what was getting to potentially a desperate point, with the Steelers taking charge of the division, we do pick up the win against the Patriots the following week, 27-21. And this time we did all of our scoring in the first half, nearly giving up the game in the second half before we found the overtime winner. Now, we went over 400 yards in this one. That's good. But once again, the defense gave up over 400, most of which still being passing yards. Still does not make sense. Kenny Pickett, another solid game for him. No turnovers, 60% completion. Percentage could be a little bit better. Baker Mayfield, 76. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the defense. Maybe some slight adjustments there need to be made. As for the rushing, James Conner, 3.6 yards, and Stallings, 4 carries, 5 yards per carry, and a touchdown. And I think we're getting close to the point where Stallings might need to take over that spot. But before we move past this game, shout out for Jahan Dotson, 137 yards on 6 grabs, 2 touchdowns. As I mentioned last game, he either is completely absent from the game or he makes big plays. Nothing in between. But as we move into a tough game coming up, Kenny Pickett has put together some really good games this episode. He's been pretty clean. And with that, he has a breakout opportunity as we head to Minnesota, or at least face him. Honestly, I don't know if it's an away game or a home game. But Kenny Pickett, he needs to have a good one here. He will have to throw 1 or fewer interceptions and have either 350 scrimmage yards or 4 total touchdowns to move up to a superstar dev, which would vastly improve this offense. So I think we're going to jump into an offense-focused game. Now, as we get into this game, kind of going to have it be essentially player luck, if you will, with Kenny Pickett. But we do have Stallings as the starting running back today. I want to see how well he does. As we start, it's a gain of 1. And of course, with a lot of pressure on Pickett to get these touchdowns, get these yards, keep things clean, we are going to pass a little bit more today. Hopefully, that pans out pretty well for us as we go Dotson. He shakes by 1, not going to get by the second, but it is a first down. As for the defense, I did make a change at cornerback. We essentially switched out Maddox and Dane Jackson. Hopefully that'll help us out as Stallings, he finds a lane, runs through the first defender. Holland takes a pop. And honestly, I continue to be impressed with the speed we see from Stallings, despite him only having 82 speed. He's got good acceleration though, as it's a throw to the sideline that's tipped and it's picked off. Holland gets his revenge. That's the one and only pick we can give up. And it would not take long for the Vikings to capitalize. 3 plays, including another massive pass touchdown. Now we're going to jump forward a little bit. This is the 3rd drive of the game, as the last drive did not really go anywhere either. Kenny Pickett still trying to get things going. As we've got Godwin, if it's thrown more flat, well, that already is the superstar dev out the window for us, as it's another chance for the Vikings to score off of it. You had Godwin, plenty of time in the flat, but the receiver-quarterback combination not working all too well. And it would end up being yet again another touchdown following the pick. So as we decide to shake up the form of this game, since that superstar dev out the window offense has taken charge and they've gotten themselves down inside the 30. Hopefully they could get on the board as well. We still need the win for sure, with a lot of work for us to do. Now, we'll say the defense, outside of that first drive, they've done better. Obviously, they gave up that last touchdown, but it was essentially touchdown range where the Vikings started. Big run here for Stallings. Ends up getting slowed down, dragged back by 58. Landry, he's back from his earlier injury, but Stallings, he's got that break tackle ability, and hopefully we see him really start to carry this offense, as it looked like Connor was starting to slow things down a little bit. He's 30 years old, definitely inside his regression years, so Stallings is going to be the main back, I think, moving forward, as Washington drops the potential touchdown, leaving us with a 3rd and 3. We got a bunch up top, 1 down below is a Okonkwo. Pickett, pressure, throws, finding Okonkwo, though he too drops it. Patrick Queen playing well across the middle in this one, but we're staying out. 4th and 3, hard count, no one jumps. They send the quick blitz. It is Queen, and it's a missed throw that leads to a turnover on downs, and we had Washington wide open. Will the following time be the charm? Defense got the quick stop. We're back into plus territory inside 2 minutes. We get the screen to Stallings. He's got some blockers speeding by. Again for 82 speed. Dude is flying around out there. Who's not flying right now is Kenny Pickett. He's only completed 4 passes in this one, including that last one. 1st and 10, he's nowhere near a superstar. As he rolls, throws, he misses another one. Now, I will say, as we've moved through some of the specialized scouting, that one quarterback who has the potential to take over, it's a 3rd pick in a game he could have only given up 1. And again, for the 3rd time, they score off of an interception, though this one is an 80-yard Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown. That one hurts. So once again, we jump forward. We got 33 seconds left here in the half. Can we try to find at least some amount of points? As we've got Godwin, it's up, it's caught. He's down at the 2, and we call our final timeout. Unfortunately for Pickett, he has not been able to withstand the pressure from this game. But if we could still find our way back in it, that would be fantastic. Pressure hits, ball pops out, it's still out, and it's a 4th turnover from Kenny Pickett. Now, honestly, I'm not even going to jump in here. It's 1st and goal at the 7. Can we find a touchdown? We pick up 2. 2nd and goal, there it is. The touchdown goes to running back 3. We get on the board in the 3rd. But in the fourth quarter, Dane Jackson getting the start. He would get a pick. Is this our chance to get things going? We really needed Pickett to come out here and just play honestly the same as he had been, maybe slightly better. It's been his worst game all season, but there's still chances at us trying to do something here. As he slides down, he picks up 7. But of course, with us having limited time, we're back out here quickly. They have a single high safety. Though getting some help from the corner, Pickett, yet again, he scrambles. He tried to slide. He takes a knee to the chest. No flag thrown. Offense still going here. We got 7 minutes left in this game. We are down 2 scores. It's up top for Dotson. If he could get to it, about a step or two too far out in front. Pickett yet to hit 10 completed passes in this one. That's really just how bad it's been. Try to get some blockers out for Godwin. Well, we got one and a face mask. So it seems like we're having to buy a little bit of some luck here. We're down to the 17. We got Washington and Okonkwo both heading towards the corners. See if we could find them, or Pickett, yet again, he's going to scramble, sliding down, gain of 9, offense right back to it. Just got to keep working these till we get in the end zone, hopefully get a good stop from our defense, and go back to work here. Try to find a weird way to win this game. Not enough time to throw on the screen that was open. That time, Pascal with a timely hit. 3rd and 11. Got a couple curls around where the first down marker is. We've got Godwin, who just didn't seem to track where the ball was. 4th and 11. Gotta find something here if there's any chance at making this a possible game late. It's a 2 tight end set. We've got Dotson, who gets the catch in the end zone, though it's at a slight cost. He is shaken up. But now the defense is not looking good here, giving up yards after yards. It's field goal range. 3rd and 6, down inside the 15. Vikings trying to put a stamper on this one. As they're close to the 5, it's thrown away on 3rd. It's a field goal, 24-14. Under 2 minutes left. Well, offense, can you pull out any of the tricks we had from that Jets game to let us score oh so quickly? As we got a guy downfield, it's Godwin, could not thread it. You could very much tell Pickett was just given the green light today to just let it rip. See what that arm can do for us, and so far has not been much. Honestly, he's probably been more successful just scrambling on these. As we have a 3rd and 4. Get back to the line quickly. A little bit of some play action. If we could get someone open, which we've got plenty of space. Dotson back in this game from that touchdown injury, as Harold Landry will have to leave it for a 2nd time. Of course, we only have 2 timeouts as well, so we need to score without using any of those, as we need some of them for our defense. As it's up for Okonkwo, he drops it just inside the end zone. Seems like pretty much everyone in the passing game just not really pulling through today. As we're going to switch Stallings to the right-hand side or go all the way out. No, I just wanted him the right side, but sure, you go spread wide, bud. Why not? As we've got a receiver to thread it, it's Dotson, who couldn't quite squeeze it, maybe tipped by the corner. But honestly, if it hits your hands at this point, we need the catches. Got guys once again going downfield, just got to find a little bit of some space. It's Washington with the grab. We're down to the 20. Now under a minute left in this one. See if Godwin can get a good release to the outside. No safety help over the top, and it is tipped and not caught following the tip. Looked like maybe there was a chance, just couldn't quite get it. Corner routes drawn up here, though. We're going to just make a couple changes. We're just going to send Washington and Okonkwo straight down. See if that helps us out. Dotson had a good step. Bad throw under pressure. Just need one of these here to work. 37 seconds left. It's Okonkwo, overthrown, nearly picked again by Holland. 4th and game. And coach says, let's try to have some fun with it here as we go with the throw from the quarterback. We've got our tight end, Strange, who picks up the first down. Injury, Derek Barnett. That honestly may have been a better throw than what we've had from Kenny Pickett in most of these today. That's just how bad it's been. A little bit of some play action. Got a couple different options here. Just got to find something. Rolling. Try to find a safe throw, apparently into the face mask of Pascal. 21 seconds left, and at this point we would need the onside recovery. Just need to find something open as Pickett rumbles. If we're going for the onside, might as well use those timeouts. Honestly, it's just a morale thing, really, at this point. Get a touchdown from Pickett. As there's not much, he shakes one and gets into the end zone. We draw this thing back to a field goal, but can we get the onside? We got Gillikin, the punter. As we just need to find it past the 10. It's in an open space, but it is far too far downfield. It is recovered by the Vikings. Brown, who takes some hits as we tried ripping it out, but that is game. And Kenny Pickett's game to shine. He did the exact opposite. He couldn't find a completion earlier except to the other team. And to make matters even worse, offense didn't show up for the next game either. We get 6 points. Defense played a winning game. In this one, Kenny Pickett didn't find the end zone, nor did he throw a pick, but he also threw for under 50% completion. And just the icing on the cake in this one, Bryce Stallings, he got injured. And his regular season, at least, is done. Season maybe if we cannot find our way into the playoffs. And right now, we are definitely on the outside looking in. These Steelers, they, while haven't put together a fantastic season, have put together the best season of this bad group. We are at 5-8, still in second, 2-game losing streak. We need help, but we're not out of it entirely. As we have swept the Steelers, all we need is to just go even on record with them. With 4 games left, we have to win most likely all of them, and we're going to need some help from some of the teams the Steelers are playing. Now, of the teams they still have left to play, Lions, Broncos, Packers, and Bears. Now, as for the Packers, they are 8-5. You maybe could give them the edge. Then against the Steelers, they've had a slightly better season. But the Bears and the Lions, those could be toss-ups. We just lost to the Lions, so who knows, maybe they could help us out. But right now, you're feeling like it's a little bit more in favor of the Steelers. And then to finish off the rest of them, Broncos 4-9. It is favorable right now that the Steelers have a positive record in the last 4 games. As for ourselves, we have the Jags, the Bills, the Chargers, and our final game against the Browns. Now the Browns, they have a worse record than us, but they have played some good games against us, so by no means am I saying that one is a winner. The Jaguars, they are 8-5. I'm sure that one's going to be another tough test. The Bills, they are 9-4. Another very tough game. And the Chargers, they at least have a positive record, 7-6, though they're out of the playoffs. So we have a much harder schedule, and we'll have to put our best foot forward, missing one of our better running backs. Connor and Israel will have to carry us. But right now, the season is not over. It was just not a good step forward here for us in that third quarter of the season. So we will have one more episode. If we can rally, and if the Steelers can fall apart, there is still playoff hopes for us. And if the rest of the AFC also just struggles, maybe we squeak into a wild card hopeful spot? Though we would have to be very lucky in order to do that, as there is a lot of 9-4s, there's a lot of 7-6s, and there's even some 6-7. So we're going to need to really come ready to play next time. So make sure you don't miss it. Hopefully Kenny Pickett comes ready to play for you, as we're going to need a better passing game today. Hit that bell icon on the bottom right, or scroll down and hit that sub button, and definitely tap that bell icon so you are notified of when this series or any of my videos go live. This one every single Tuesday and Thursday, plus the Panthers traditional franchise every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as we have week 18 tomorrow, trying to clinch our division, head back to the playoffs to defend our Super Bowl title. Both of these series, very close divisions that we are just trying to get on top of. We'll see you next time, as it will be against the Steelers without facing the Steelers.